7. Forgot what came after 7. What came after 8? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, I'm ready. Actually, now 1.
Yo, man. Hey, honestly, we should really check. Like, once you hit a certain like podcast age, do you get like benefits? Do you really like just automatically get certain shit saved up like in a retirement fund? Because we hitting 40, man. It's episode 40. What's going on, y'all? No Cooldown's back in the building. I'm that man tripping. I'm here with When Easy. How you doing, dog?
I'm pretty good. I'm actually really good because I got something in the mail literally right before this podcast started. So I'm very, very happy right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm saying lots of packages coming through for people, man. Lots of different things. You love to see it, but it's been a really crazy ass week. I don't know what the hell been going on in the content creation world. A lot of stuff been going on in the gaming space. A lot of things been transpiring, so to speak. But me personally, I think it's been an okay week. Things going, progressing by, getting some work done. Actually made some progress, for some content stuff in the back end. So that's been good. But yeah, it's been some spicy shit. I can't even lie to you, bro. The timeline's been dominated by some spicy shit. So we got to talk about some of that today, bro. I hope you're ready.
I was born ready, man.
Listen, all right, but before we get into it, make sure you guys rate this 5 stars on audio platforms, most notably Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just search up No Cooldown. That is NO space COOLDOWN, and we will be there. Rate us 5 stars. Make sure you share the podcast around. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? And we got a few stories here in the warm up, but then we got a lot of main stories to go. But man, let's get started with this warm up, man. Let's talk about a few of these. You know what I'm saying? More interesting, lighter tales from the week, starting with GameStop, which they aren't usually in the news unless it's something negative, and it's just no different. Basically, GameStop staff are fed up, after several cases of basically turning GameStop into a daycare center. So parents just kind of like, walked into a GameStop and left their kids at the GameStop in some type of babysitting situation. Like, there have been cases of kids stealing like Nintendo Switch demos. There have been kids messing up the shelves. Some people just, just hanging around it. The kids are just loitering there for like 6 hours while the parents go deal what they did, and then they came back, bro. Like, if you check the post and you check some of the quotes that were involved in this, like, one lady dead ass was like, "Yo, were they good? Were they good?" Like it's an actual daycare, bro. This is possibly one of the crazy. It's wild how GameStop has shifted, boy. What do you think about this, dog?
It's funny because when I was younger, I'm not gonna lie to you, at Walmart, I used to be the kid playing the demos with the 90-degree neck, looking straight up at the monitor. Like, I used to be there all day, and so my parents were like, "Yo," they knew where to find me. If I wasn't right next to them, they knew where I was at because I was out there playing all the PS3 demos. I was trying to get as much info as I could before going home. But yeah, no, this is crazy. As somebody who's worked at retail, man, take care of your kids, bro. Like, it's not hard. Actually, I'm not gonna say that because I don't got no kids, so I don't know if it is hard or not. But leaving your kid at a GameStop, I think, is very much not a hard thing to do. I think watching your kid is almost legally a requirement, if not a legal requirement. Do not leave them with GameStop employees. They're underpaid. They are not paid to be a daycare center. But when I first saw this story, I thought it was GameStop starting a daycare center because I thought that was a brilliant idea. But it's not in their job description as a regular associate. Now, if you guys wanted to do a summer camp where kids just go and play Fortnite and whatnot at a local GameStop or whatever, that's different. That sounds amazing. But take care of your kids.
Yeah. GameStop, damn well they ain't got the bright ideas in them to make that happen. Let's keep it a stack. Let's be real now. Let's be real. But I just thought it was, 1, hilarious, and 2, disheartening on so many different occasions, like, or different fronts. But like, dog, just take your kids with you, bro, or hire a babysitter, like, actually, bro, or tell your kids don't open the house for nobody. Like, there are not hard solutions. They're not like crazy far-fetched solutions to this problem. Yeah. Like, take care of your kids and make sure they're well prepared. Is that a hard thing to do? I don't know. It probably is, but it's probably something you should look into, bruh. Because Dale, who's the like assistant manager at the GameStop, is not gonna be watching these niggas, bro. He don't know them, man. They over there talk. They are asking him for food and shit like that. He on his lunch break. He not gonna give him a sandwich.
Yeah.
He didn't sign up for none of this, bro. He did not sign up for none of this, bro. If I worked at GameStop, dead ass. If I worked at GameStop, if somebody dropped off their kids, I'm 100%. I'm leaving the store. I'm like, yo, listen, I had to go take a break. Like, I had a family emergency. I called out from my office. I don't know what your kids did. I'm gonna leave with somebody. I'm either with somebody else in the store, or I'm locking the store up for like an hour. I'm like, yo, listen, y'all gotta scoop my guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, but you know what I'm saying? If y'all not buying it, I can't let you in here. I can't leave me here.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But parents, do better, please. Parents, do better. Like, GameStop is not a great place, of course, but it is of no fault to any of them or the workers to take care of your kids and do things that are beyond their paycheck. Like, literally. GameStop quite literally does not pay them enough to do anything. They not the Chick-fil-A of gaming, bro. You're not gonna get that excellent customer service. You better calm that shit down and take your kids home. Like, stop.
Yeah. Shout out to the one person at GameStop that followed me. She was pretty cool.
Oh, shout out. Word. All right, moving on to the next little update. We got some word that Scythor/Caesar is coming to the free Pokemon MOBA, Pokemon Unite, on September 28th. Had a little bit of a mixed reaction from some people, man. Saw some people, wanted to get some more variety in newer gens, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I know Wen has a certain stance on this. How you feel about it?
Man, y'all could take that shit up with somebody else, bro. Caesar, the Caesar. You're like, yes, absolutely. Now, after Caesar's release, if y'all want to bring that smoke, I'm all for it. I hope everybody gets all the Pokemon they want. But my favorite Pokemon, yes, sir, in Pokemon Unite. I actually played Pokemon Unite yesterday for the first time in like months. Let me tell you, it's such a roller coaster of emotions. It's not even funny. That game is like League of Legends, but where you don't really know the outcome. Because when you're getting steamrolled in League, you're like, yeah, we're getting cooked. We're getting washed. In Pokemon Unite, there are times where I'm like, oh, we're cooking them. Oh, we're getting cooked. Oh, wait, did we just win? Like, that's literally how that goes for 10 minutes. You don't know where you're at, but you feel like you're losing, and then you don't. I'm really excited for this. Can't wait to play it. I got to link up with Ace, but all my West Coast homies always go live when I'm literally in bed. It's a tragic tale, truthfully, but definitely want to link up with Ace. Might have to get like a growth little Unite stream going.
Bro, yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, when I get my Switch, I gotta show me the roast, man. I gotta figure out what's going on. And also, I don't care how many Gen 1 Pokemon you put in there, or Gen 2 Pokemon you put in there. Earlier gens are great. So
they're great.
I don't know what the problem is here. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the if they're completely like, you know what I'm saying, like alienating the entire genre like after like 7 characters, okay, then that's a problem. Yeah. But if they just go on, like, you know what I'm saying, new gen, old gen, newer gen, old gen, newer gen, I'm fine with that.
I think what it is, and I think it was a conversation with Nietzsche. They're trying to reach out to people who they know will spend money in the game. That being the more older audience, which ends up being the older. They're fans of the older gen because that's what they grew up with. I do agree that they should do a character release on like kind of like a rotation. So it's like, okay, we got Gen 1 in, we got Gen 2 in, like going by gen. But sometimes I feel like certain characters are just, some Pokemon are just better suited for this game in general. Like they're just like built better, or not even built better, but it's just like, this is a better character to have in this game because of who they are and what they look like, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm also all for having more Pokemon variety in there because I think it couldn't hurt, having a wide variety of Pokemon to have in there.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. I'm just like, Caesar's, if we gonna be keep it a stack, bro. Caesar and Scyther's dead ass one of the coolest Pokemon like so ever. I gotta keep it a stack, bro. When you see a Scyther and a Caesar, that's a different. I put that in a different category. That's like just cool ass Pokemon, bro. Like me personally, I put Scyther, Caesar, Hariyama low-key. I put in that category because Hariyama was low-key a baller. I ain't gonna lie to you, son. And it wasn't as common as I thought it was around like at the time or something like that. So it's a good Pokemon to put in there, bro. Stop hating. Yeah. Leave it be. All right, moving into. This is a special bulletin. This is I only wanted to put this in for one reason. For one singular reason only. That's to slander a man named Groovy Jake. Jay, if you're hearing this, if you're out there, I want you to listen very well to this. We're finally actually getting the Mario movie trailer October 6th at 4 p.m. Eastern at New York Comic-Con. And I'm just here to say, I hope it's terrible. I hope it's terrible. I hope they're nowhere near the characters. I hope they don't say they sound nothing like anybody. I hope Jack Black's okay, but everybody else, I hope it's just, you know what I'm saying, a wide, gross interpretation of what Mario movies should be. I hope it is, and I can't wait to slander it, baby. I can't wait to slander it. I hope it's awful. Awful. How you feel?
I think it drops on a Thursday, so we might have to react to it live on the podcast. I think that would be like at the end. I think we might have to watch it together and watch it live. If it doesn't get spoiled for us, if it gets spoiled for us, then it is what it is. Like I don't think so. But like if they drop like a good trailer like on Nintendo.com or whatever, we might be able to watch it. We might be able to watch it live.
Yeah, it is Thursday. I'm down to do a podcast next week Thursday and catch it live.
We could do that. We could do that.
We've been giving it that much shit for weeks now. So we
My only concern is that are they releasing it at the Comic-Con or are they releasing it live at, like, are they releasing it out to the public?
I feel like since they tweeted so hard and they marketed so hard, say, hey, listen, the trailer's coming out at 4 p.m. I think they're gonna do a simultaneous, like online and at the con. Yeah,
we might have to do that because I don't think I don't know what's gonna happen in gaming next week, but I don't think that there will be much outside of this.
Yeah, nah, I don't think so either, man. But we'll see. You never know. But I'll definitely make plans so we can do it on Thursday and then watch this shit live. 100%. But yeah,
Groovy J, this is for you.
Hate, double hate, loathe entirely. Okay, we're getting on to the main stories. Oh man, I sit here and say, man, like some weeks just don't have enough news, and I thought this week was gonna be kind of similar, but everything just popped off from Monday. Like literally. It's been hell in a handbasket with a bunch of stuff top to bottom. But we're going to start with the main stories with a bunch of Twitch policy changes. So there's been a lot of shifts, a lot of moves that have been made over the past few days on the live stream service landscape. Mainly, there was two main, I guess, ingredients here to this huge shift. First and foremost, revenue split. So starting June 2023, Twitch will no longer offer a 70-30 split anymore for partners, and streamers with a 70-30 split currently will get a 50-50 split after 100K in earnings. After that certain threshold, anything they earn will be 50-50 split with the platform. And Twitch has cited basically live video calls from their player as the main reason for that decision. So a lot of different changes. I guess the calls to increase the revenue split have been thoroughly denied. How you feel about this?
How do I put it? I kind of hate being the resident Twitch hater. I would like to point out I hate all platforms for their own reasons, but Twitch just doesn't really give me a saving grace. Like every time we call Twitch out for problems, they kind of ignore it and then create more problems. And that is why you're finna hear a Twitch hating rant. So the problem with this problem with the 70-30 split is one, it removes a perk for being Twitch partner. Now Twitch partner is less valued, which is like, it sucks for the people who are partnered. Actually, no, it actually doesn't because it doesn't really affect them. No, wait, yes it does because they had a perk that they just got taken away. So this affects the Twitch partners because that is a perk that you're getting taken away. Regardless if you're somebody who are getting this amount of money or not getting this amount of money, now you will not get this amount of money. Like that is the biggest issue is that like, I saw a lot of discourse where people were along the lines of like, well, I don't make 100K off of Twitch regardless. That's like valid. And that's a valid reason for you not to think this is that big of a deal. But the issue is that they're taking money off of the table for no benefit to you whatsoever. Like that is the biggest issue. It wasn't a problem for a long time. And now they're like, okay, we think it's a problem. We need that money back now. And that's the kind of issue that I see as somebody who's in this space for like my real IRL job and for YouTube. Like I'm dedicated to this space, and it sucks because if you were to go anywhere else and like let's say you had a record company and they were like, yo, we're gonna give you, this is the split for us, 70-30, you're gonna get 70% of your record sales. Then you hit 1K, like you're killing it, you're crushing it, you're doing what you need to do. You hit 1K and they're like, yo, we're dropping it down to 50-50, and it's like, why? And it's like, well, you got 100K, what's the problem? The problem is that I'm putting in all the work and you're taking the money away from me. That's the biggest issue. What if you go on a crazy subathon and you hit 200K? Like that money that you were expecting to get, that's like 20K gone, more than that in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about you making less than 100K and not affecting you. That's fine, but once you hit that level, um, it's gonna be a problem. And that's like, I think the disconnect I have with a lot of other creators is some people don't see it as an issue. I see it as an issue because a lot of the people who I tell this to, I see you making more than 100K. You could do it, but now you can't. Like, now you will get that money cut from you.
There's no possibility.
And it's one of those things where it's like, hey, why? Like, that's the biggest reason. You got to ask why. And it's because of the live service. Well, it wasn't an issue all these years up until now. So what are you doing to fix the money issue outside of taking money out of my pocket? Why aren't you taking money out of your pocket? Or why aren't we splitting the bill? What's costing us? How do we get around this? That's the part that we need to focus on, is what are we doing to fix this issue? Because there's no reason you should take money out of my pocket to pay for your expenses. I'm paying for everything on my side. Now I have to pay for things on your side too. What's the purpose of it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. You're hitting a lot of things on the head right now, brother. And this is the thing that gets me. It's supposed to be value. If it's value lost, value added. If you're a service or whatever, you want to make your service seem valuable. You want to make certain features of it seem valuable, and you're going to take something away on one end. Where are you putting it back on the other end? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you know, I think the reasoning was, okay, yeah. Listen, this live service shit, it costs a lot of money, so we're gonna take more money off y'all so we can keep this service. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. But it's bothering me. It's bothering me a lot, because to your point of basically it eradicates any potential of anybody, you know, making more money after they hit a certain threshold. And people are just like, oh, what's the problem? Like, it's the problem is it's the optimistic, you know what I'm saying, end of content creation. What if people are, again, like, people are saying, oh yeah, I'm probably not gonna make 100K, but what if you do though? Again, what if you actually do? What if you have a good run? What if you know, getting a huge spur of popularity, bring so many new eyes to the Twitch platform, and what do they do for you? They just cut half of your money once you get past a certain point. They cut in half your money. That's kind of crazy. Well, based on earnings potential alone, that's mad egregious. I can't even front on you. But I know the reasoning. From a business sense, it's obvious reasoning. They've never made money as a service or a platform, whatever you want to call it at this point. They haven't. They've been in the negative more times than I can count. They've been more red than Pyrus. Like, it's not rocket science, bro. It's not rocket science. They have been I say negatively trending company in terms of their, you know, their profit and loss, all stuff, whatever you want to call it. They're costing Amazon more money than not at this point, and they need to find ways to save their margins. They need to increase their margins as much as possible. So, you know what they're going to do? They're going to put more of the burden on the creators and take more from the creators on that side. It's as simple as that. For them to survive, they need to keep cutting off y'all. And you can see the play. You can see how they're shaping everything up. They want to decrease as much liability on themselves to spend money and to invest in certain infrastructures. They just want to keep the base model of, okay, listen, we're providing you with this platform. We'll give you some features here and there, of course, that, you know, make sure the user interface is good and your customer satisfaction in terms of you using the service is cool. But when it comes to pushing you beyond a certain point, we're not going to do that, because that's going to cost extra money. That's going to put us more further in the red, and that's something that we cannot afford to do. Based off what, you know, Daddy Bezos telling us, bro, we got to cut costs. We got to make sure we have some way to recoup. And this is one of the biggest ways to do it. This is 100% one of the biggest ways to do it. And what else was I gonna say? There was I'm losing my train of thought, but damn it. I basically, what I'm saying is Twitch knows that this is the easiest way to get back on this. Whatever money that they were hemorrhaging beforehand, they're not gonna find ways to provide value back. You know what I mean? They're just looking for that way in to save their business model, so to speak, and they're looking for any way to do that. And the Twitch split, that's something that they're not going to budge on. I feel like I knew this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we knew this. If people were campaigning so hard for Twitch splits, and you see how hard they were, like, you know, riding to, like, you know, move a feature here, move a feature there. Like, they don't want any, you know what I'm saying? Like, any law, no stone unturned, basically, when it comes to gaining money back. Oh, that's my point. Twitch is turning into a entity that wants to be liability free. They don't want to provide enough skin in the game for themselves, or enough of an extending hand that if something goes wrong, it costs them a catastrophic amount of money. They do not want to do that. They're turning things into more of a laissez-faire, hands-off type of situation where they can just profit as much as they can off people being on the platform without investing in the people on that platform. it's obvious where this is heading. You saw the post. They were like, oh yeah, come to these Twitch sessions about how to do YouTube videos and go gain a following on YouTube and bring them over to Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Like they're making sure that they can, basically pimp out other platforms or try and do that as best they can to bring traffic onto Twitch. They're not going to do it themselves. It's not going to be organic within the platform. So they're pushing people to go somewhere else. That's why, the streamer requirement or the streamer eligibility or the exclusivity stuff is no more, so to speak, or it never really was. You know what I'm saying? Or that's why they made a big deal about it. That's why they're making people, do all these sessions for YouTube. That's why they're pushing people this way and the third and encouraging people to, hey, listen, stream somewhere else and bring them over here, because we're not going to do it. We're going to be as hands off in your process as possible. That's why they're doing all this, man. And it's all in an effort to save their profit margin. That's all it's ever been about for them. And that's what it will continue to be. It's gonna reflect it. It's gonna reflect in all their actions, bro. You can pin it back down to, listen, they needed to do this to save themselves some money in the long run. You can point it down with every controversy and almost every action that Twitch, is going to do.
Yeah.
Shit is crazy. And on to the second update, which I can literally tie that same point back into. We're gonna get into the whole of the drama portion of it in a later story. But basically, after a whole debacle from the streamer beefs and exposés and all stuff like that, Twitch has finally addressed the gambling and slots situation on the service. And as of October 18th, streaming and promotion of all slots, roulette, dice games will be banned from the platform. So you cannot advertise it, you cannot stream it. But poker, fantasy sports, and sports betting have been deemed safe. So some of the big streamers, some of the games that they're promoting, like what was it? I don't even remember. I don't even remember the site names, but there was a bunch of site names. They said they might add more later down the line. But basically, this whole slots wave is dead. How you feel?
It's so funny because I really don't want to sound pretentious, but I do shit that kind of requires more thought, I guess. Like the whole slots thing is sure, it's cool, whatever. I never really understood the point of it. I usually try to play games that I'm going to do something with later, or just games that I want to be good at, etc., etc. Not to saying if you stream slots, do you? If your community likes slots, go for it. I never really understood the point of having that on the platform. Gambling has destroyed so many lives. And before anybody tries to downplay it, it is truly an addiction. You can be addicted to a lot of different things. It's not one of those, well, just stop gambling. Some people literally can't. Some people actually cannot do that, which is why it is dangerous to kind of have on a website where, let's be honest, a lot of them are 13-year-old, 14-year-old kids. I just don't see the purpose in it. The fact that they did this rollout so quickly is kind of insane, because they've been called out for many other things. But I guess when you get people like Pokimane and them involved, then yeah, gambling is actually truly a big problem. It's kind of sad how quickly they got things turned around, because again, there's way bigger issues on Twitch than this. But I guess it's like when somebody you don't like makes a good point. It's like, damn, man, I don't really like you.
I hate it had to come from you.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate it had to come from you, but you're right.
It's I'm not necessarily upset that gambling is gone. I think it's probably a step in the right direction. The fact that we still have sports betting is sports betting and poker. Poker is different because it can be considered a game. It is a game. And I can enjoy poker without falling into the trap of betting. But I also still think it kind of skates the fine line. It's like hot tub streams. It's you're kind of skating the line with this one. But I guess that's the Twitch way of doing business.
But I feel like there's an involved skill with poker, at least.
Yes.
And reading the game and such like that. There's a skill gap. There's a skill gap involved with that. And you can basically bet your own discretion. You can choose hey, really, I'm not gonna play this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's less of a funnel to get sucked in, to lose all your money into poker if somebody's literally whooping your ass all the time. You're probably gonna keep folding and not play the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can control it and you can learn the game and you can understand. You can maximize your potential of winning. Same thing with sports betting. Sports betting is essentially just following sports. If you follow sports, you can make
information based.
It's not anything crazy, so I understand it. But I'm just surprised at how fast Twitch is able to move when you got big names behind it.
Yeah. The obvious elephant in the room, bro. They moved literally like they move so quickly.
Yeah.
They move Wally West speed. This joint was done in like 3 days.
Yeah.
In 3 days, it was finished, bro. It was uproar. I'm about to say it was uproar. It was 2 days of like formulating and stuff like that, and done. But I will say this. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Ray Apollo or something like that. He was like, yo, the Twitch teams internally, they be working like mad hard. So things you think are done overnight, like probably maybe in most cases aren't, and they're like long-term solutions and stuff like that. So I'm not even gonna address that. I'm not even gonna address that point. I don't want to address that point. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to shit on the Twitch team too much because they got a lot of flack as of late anyways.
Right.
I know again, a lot of people are working as hard as they possibly can to make shit work. So you know what I'm saying? Hats off to them, and God bless y'all because they got a shitstorm to deal with almost every weekend. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But just on the actual point of gambling again, I feel like this should have been. I feel like it should have been a quick fix. I feel like there shouldn't have been anything that was like long considered. If there's such thing as like slots existing, and when you see certain creators interacting with it, and certain streamers interacting with it in the way that they did, and how it kind of was a funnel into a lot of like corruption and different things like that, which we'll also talk about later. I mean, I could also like that one dude Trainwrecks or something like that. He was pulling slots left, right, and center and stuff like that, and then it was kind of bleeding into a lot of other areas, and it's getting paid off. And I'm like, it's just not good. But I want to speak specifically for it shouldn't have been a thing in the first place. You should have really like nipped this in the bud off rip because of how much access kids have to the platform and how much access kids are looking at. Kids have to like those sites and stuff like that. So it's just a regen of CS:GO Lotto. It's literally just a regen of CS:GO Lotto in a sense. It's like, bro, like these big big creators come together. They they make the game look easy. They're getting kids roped into it. How much money's being lost from these kids borrowing their parents' credit cards and stuff like that. And now all this money is just dispersed out in there. They take that, and then these people who are promoting it, they get flack for about a good 2-3 days. You know what I'm saying? They go silent for a couple weeks. They come back. They got a new car. Nothing nothing else really changes. So. I'm glad it's nipped in the bud, but it's like, bro. Also, again, there's a lot more pressing issues that could be addressed on Twitch. You know what I'm saying, in such a similar fashion. But I felt like the number of high profile people bumped this up the priority list more often than not.
Yeah.
Shit is crazy, bro. Twitch is low-key on fire right now.
Yeah.
And possibly not in a good way. Like you know what I'm saying? Like your engine's on fire. Like you're smoking right now. You're about to blow up in GTA. Like it's a lot.
It's really bad.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's not a good look for y'all right now. But on to a lighter note, man. We might have bear witness to potentially the greatest rhythm game of all time, man. Trombone Champ. I don't know if you've seen that. I've seen the clips of it on Twitter or something that. Bro, how you feel about Trombone Champ, bro?
It looks funny. I saw it on Steam this morning, and I was like, oh wow, it's on sale. I didn't realize. It's really fun. I might have to cop. I've never really was interested in the instrument, but I don't know. Those clips are looking really funny.
Bro, I'm not gonna cap to you, man. Like I'm a trumpet player by nature, but this shit look actually kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. Depending on how many songs they got on there, that's kind of crazy. Wait, what? Oh wait, hold on. You own 2 copies of the card. You can build other instruments? I was looking at say because it says like a trumpet card right here. I'm like, what?
That's interesting.
This is actually kind of fire. This is actually kind of fire, bro. They have like so many different songs on there. A lot of shit. Listen, this is better than Just Dance. I don't care no what said. This is the best rhythm game of all time. let it be known. I'm staking my claim right now.
Game of the year contender.
DDR, but facts, man. Competition stiff right now. Competition stiff. But moving forward a little bit. During Logitech's presentation event, they had a whole, you know what I'm saying, a litany of things to reveal. Over this past a week with their presentation and talking about their future in terms of different products. So their team basically revealed a high-end mobile handheld entitled Logitech G Cloud Gaming with a 60 hertz 7-inch touchscreen and preloads on a few game services like GeForce Now and Xbox Cloud Gaming, although you will need a subscription to have those even though they're preloaded. The G Cloud handheld is slated to drop for $349.99 with a cut price ahead of release of $299 in the US and Canada, dropping on October 17th. Logitech wants their hands in the cloud handheld game, so to speak. So what's going on, man?
I want to preface this because I say this all the time, and I feel like I'm just yelling at a wall. cloud gaming is not the way of the future. We need to fix the infrastructure of the internet in the United States before we can actually do cloud gaming. This handheld, I don't know if 350 is a great price for it if it's going to be cloud gaming based. That is the biggest issue when I could just get a 350 Switch OLED and play games on the airplane. Like we gotta do better, man. There's no point in having a handheld that requires internet access. If I have internet access to play video games, I'm gonna just watch Netflix on my phone. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I'm dead, bro. I'm dead. But listen, man. I will say this again. Handhelds, on the go, mobile gaming. It's been the hotness for the past few years now, and it's going to continue to be the new hotness in the world over the next few years. I feel like the console market is still a little bit blind to the fact, but it's going to be very apparent how these companies are going to start moving. They want a piece of mobile market, being able to access games from outside the house. They want that. They want a piece of that pie. So everybody's going to try and put their hand in, get their feeling for it. You see people kind of strategizing, different ways that they wanted to get in there. I will say this: if you want to actually make it into a mobile market or a handheld market, so to speak, you have to come with the hardware down packed. You have to invest heavily into that hardware, because if you don't, and if you're not going to be good, basically good everywhere, you're gonna fail. You're gonna flop, because that's like a chief tenet. You know what I'm saying? The architecture and the hardware needs to be very, very solid if you want some mobile device or a handheld device to actually work and be sustainable for consumers. That's what I've seen. You saw how, what I'm saying, just in any market, what I'm saying, having sustainable hardware is a must. The Stadia didn't work. The Ouya didn't work. All these things didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Lumia didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these things that were a cloud-based situation, they just didn't pan out because, literally, like you said, the infrastructure is too weak and too inconsistent across the United States, and most likely across Canada too. Because I seen Roger's internet. Shout out to Negus. I seen what that internet does, and it's not good either. So you guys got to strike a proper medium here, or just realize this is a very, very losing effort. This is a big uphill battle you guys are gonna fight just to get into the game, and then you're going to the point where there's certain stuff that's not native to your platform. Again, you're not a gaming company, so to speak. You're kind of like a periphery, basically. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't want to price you out or nothing like that, but it's hard from a brand standpoint to justify your device because you're not natively coming with games, or at least you didn't market it that way. You just have these services on your platform, and it's hard from the sense of you're basing everything on cloud gaming. And that's too inconsistent of a property, of a fixture right now, to bank all your money on and bank a full slate of release in less than a month's time. It's hard. It's hard to make that jump. And I just don't think it's going to do as well as people think it is. Like, to me, like, I couldn't even put a timestamp on when cloud gaming is going to be like easily accessible for everybody, because that's a macro United States like government mandate, federal change issue, and that could possibly take 50 years to even address. Like, bro,
if it gets addressed,
there's some areas, if it even gets addressed, bro, like there's still some areas that just don't got Wi-Fi at all in the United States, bro. Like still, like, you know what I'm saying, like Cleveland, but that's beside the point. Like, there's like so many different lanes of stuff that you have to fight through. There's so many hurdles and obstacles just to get a good cloud gaming product that it's a losing effort. It's a losing effort right now, right? It's something that you shouldn't pour too much money into. I feel like this might be a toe dip for them. Maybe a little bit more than a toe dip, maybe a whole foot, because they invested money in a device, and they put it up for 350. If you think this is going to compete with a Steam Deck, you are sadly mistaken. That joint blowing you out the water, bro. You got people out the wazoo looking for a Steam Deck. That's not going to happen. If you think it's going to compete with a Switch, you're sadly mistaken. You are too far behind in the game to even think that you could touch that, bro. But even on that regard, look at the Switch. Switch, again, solid, dope console. Been selling like hotcakes all over the place. But look at them cloud versions of them games on Switch. Kingdom Hearts cloud version, ass. Kingdom Hearts 3 cloud version, straight hot garbage, bro. Like, it's not sustainable. It's not good. And people know it's some time away. It's not consistent enough to bank an entire platform release on. So I think this is going to be an unfortunate impending L. That's my prediction. Hopefully, You know, maybe there's some success that comes out of this. Maybe there's, again, some people that find value in this in the United States and Canada. But my prediction, honestly, they're going too hard against a grain that isn't really, you know, open yet. They're trying to force open a pathway that's is basically going to be locked for another decade. So I couldn't tell you what's going on, but I don't buy into it, man. I don't buy into it.
Yeah. Um. I guess we're gonna keep seeing these, and hopefully this doesn't fail. But history has not been kind.
It's not been kind, man. It tends to repeat itself over and over again because it's annoying as shit. But anyways, moving on to some crazy ass news. I was like, wow, yo, he's gonna get thoroughly cooked on this. Well, he has been, but by me. But that's a whole nother thing. So basically, over the past few months, a lot of information on games, and most notably like Ubisoft titles, they've been leaked in their build-up, and they've had a lot of, you know, information sprinkled prematurely by a Twitter account called The Real Insider. Now, after you know, some detective work and some sleuthing around over this, you know, recent release of Ubisoft Forward on the 10th, you know, they kind of put some pieces together that The Real Insider was actually a real dumbass, because it was revealed that the person behind the account was a notable YouTuber and Ubisoft partner Dan Allen Gaming. So after a lot of corroborating reports, you know what I'm saying, people kind of caught this guy in his tracks. They were like, oh yeah, he tweeted from this account this time instead of tweeting from the insider account, because the text match up, the tone matches up, a lot of these things. And basically he got caught red-handed, and he dropped a YouTube video saying, hey, listen, he apologized for what he did. You know, he explained that he basically did it for clout and the buzz and that 5 seconds of fame that he was looking after. I mean, he knew exactly what he did. He knew what was going on. He knew the impact of this, man. How do you feel,
When I looked into this, I was like, yo, this dude has like 200, almost 200K subscribers on YouTube, and you're putting all of that hard work, like you're throwing it away for nothing, really. Like, you're not really getting anything out of it. Like, you're getting people on Twitter being like, oh, awesome. Like, you're getting people, like, it's just, there's no point. There is just no point in leaking video game information that the public doesn't need to know. You're ruining a lot of people's hard work and effort by leaking this information. One of the biggest examples is like Street Fighter 6 got its whole roster like leaked the moment the game was announced. Like, literally within a day that information was out. And I'm sure we were gonna see cool trailers for every single character, and we might still see, because that's how they were announcing, we see cool trailers for all these characters. And now you're kind of just ruining the experience and the buildup of this game that is having a really good PR cycle. They're releasing content at a very solid pace while also releasing things that we can participate in, like betas, at a very solid pace. And it kind of ruins that experience for people when you're just trying to put out information just to be the first one out, especially information that might not be ready to be released to the public yet. Certain things just don't need to be said right away. You gotta, they have a plan for these kinds of things, and you're ruining it just so that you can be the first one out. It's whack. It's so corny. It's not even funny. People like this like make me really frustrated, just because like he's not even doing this for his own personal, he's doing this literally for his own personal like weird clout fetish or something. Because if you're not putting it on your main channel, if you're not building it, like if you're not promoting anything, you're just doing this just to put that information out there, you're hurting more people than you're actually helping.
And that's one of the things that got me too, because I looked at his videos behind. He was just posting gameplay. He was posting playthroughs. He was posting playthroughs on his channel. You know what I'm saying? He had nothing to do with It looked like nothing to do with Ubisoft. Of like a whole like 10, 20, 30 videos. I was like, dog. People like you make it so hard for everybody. For somebody that does want to one day work with these companies, work with a Ubisoft, work with an EA, work with a Square Enix, work with these different people to get, you know, insider access, talk about the game, talk about, you know, my perspective and hoping to make games better and having some type of effect on a development process, to be involved with some of these people on a personal and professional basis. You make it so difficult. You've made it so much more difficult to exist in this space just because you wanted a little shred of clout. That 5 seconds people look at your tweet and like it, like, oh yeah, cool, that was the early access information, cool, and they move on to the next thing. Just for that little speck of clout, that little drop, you jeopardize so many different people. You blackballed yourself, which is good because you're stupid for that. And again, you've alienated so many more relationships. Now Ubisoft has to go to, I bet money to doing again, an internal audits and stuff like that. And they've stated this before, and it usually happens in a lot of different media spaces. They'll drop information tidbits, but then they'll only drop it in certain spaces so they can whittle out who is who. So they're going to be more stringent with what information they give away. They're going to be more strict on people. They're going to let less people into Ubisoft programs. It's just a knock-on effect to kill everybody else's vibe around who was having a good time just letting information be. And I don't get all y'all people so whoring for information so much on such a consistent basis, bro. Y'all are gluttons for information y'all shouldn't have at certain times, bro. I understand people want to speculate. I have no problem. We speculate all the time based on reports and what we see. But if there's certain information that we like, if there was a case where we had information about a sensitive game, we're not coming on to no cooldown and talking about the information. We're not giving that away because that's against what we signed on for. That's against the policy, the prerequisite that we signed on for with sensitive content. Like, if it's out there, whatever, you can provide your little 1-2 cents of a comment and that's it, blah, blah, blah. But if the ball is in your court, if the ball is in your court to withhold information and be confidential about it in a build up to a game, and you ruin that, every single fault is on you, and you don't deserve to be in that position you're in. You don't deserve to be in that position, bro. And we've seen it too much, all the way down to last year when we started No Cooldown. Even before that, before No Cooldown, when we was on the other podcast with King, when we was on King Tripp, the Battlefield 2042 leaks, bro. The literal same day open tested, the closed testing went out. We saw video, YouTube. So many people was there for that 15 seconds of fame, bro. It's the same situation over and over again. And you make it so difficult for people who really want to come up in this space and really want to get involved with games and franchises and developers that they actually love because they've given them so many moments. You ruin that, bro. You killed a chance. You killed a chance, bro. We gonna talk about the other big story too, just in general. But like that's the same shit, but just a different source. But this Dan Allen dude is a piece of work, bro. Is a piece of work. I just really hope that a lot of people like him get rooted out, and it's going to be a tough process because a lot of these devs not going to trust people. But I hope the people that are trustworthy in this industry can really, again, just weather their way through the storm and get to those positions where these people have clearly failed.
Yeah.
Fucking hate that shit, bro. I got something special coming on a topic like this very soon. I'm just saying, y'all keep an eye on this. I've been waiting to fry people on this topic, bro.
I've been waiting
to fry people on this topic, bro. Damn, man. It's so annoying. And speaking of that, let's have some more. Why don't we? Let's have some more. So in a surprising turn of events, we have probably experienced one of the biggest leaks of information in recent history, from possibly the most least likely of sources. So basically Rockstar's GTA 6 project, we had an inkling it was coming. I'm pretty sure they said, hey, listen, it's going to be on the way, or the next GTA title is coming. And oh my gosh, so much stuff got leaked. So much stuff. It was early gameplay. It was mechanics. It was different scenarios. It was different iterations, builds, location confirmations, budget amounts. It was a ridiculous amount of information that was leaked. Now, at this point, the footage has been locked down. Again, the Earth has been placed on DEFCON 1 because GTA and Rockstar, they don't play like that. So they've literally contracted the FBI to figure out what's going on. They locked down all the sources. They did all their things. And as an update, earlier today, there actually was an arrest, I believe, in Oxfordshire in the UK, and they have arrested a 17-year-old person. I believe that was an arrest under the National Cybercrime Unit, the NCCU. And they said, hey, listen, there was an arrest made from that department. We don't know what it's involved in, but a lot of people are speculating that it had to do with the GTA 6 leak. So, Owen, how you feeling about this?
I truly wish the worst for leakers and hackers. And it's because like I had this conversation during the week. And like I saw some people saying things like, well, if Rockstar was more open with information on the game, maybe we wouldn't have hackers. But I would like to implore everybody to understand that hackers do not have a moral code of any kind of sense. And the ones that do are not doing this kind of stuff. No moral hacker saying we didn't get, like, there's no moral reason for you to hack shit for GTA 6 and leak shit for GTA 6, because it's not like it's a video game. You know what I'm saying? This isn't something that could benefit the entirety of the world. It's not like you're leaking the cure for like cancer or anything like that.
In fact, she's not Robin Hood.
You
She's
know what
not
I'm
Robin
saying?
Hood.
Like
what the hell?
you're leaking information on a game that isn't out yet. A game that we're gonna get. Like we know it's coming. They confirmed that it's coming. You're not doing anything just. You're literally just ruining people's jobs. It's the entirety of it. What it makes me realize is how much people think they need to know shit, you know? Like we don't need to know what's going on in GTA 6 because if you are not planning on buying GTA 6, you wouldn't buy it. If you're gonna buy GTA 6, you're gonna buy it. You don't need to know every single detail. Nobody's really on the fence about this game. And if you are on the fence about this game, then this hack, this leak of information that is not meant for your eyes, if it steers you away, you're an idiot because you're not supposed to see it. Nobody's supposed to see it. It's not even at the level of play testing yet. It's at such a short level. It doesn't make any kind of sense for you to even use this as a way to like gauge if you want this game or not. I'm gonna let you go ahead, Tripp, because I see that you're getting ready.
I'm warming up, baby. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. First and foremost, you gamers are very stupid. You are very stupid and you are very entitled. Let's flip that and let's break it down. First, entitlement. You think that a game developer that has nothing to do with you, they do not know who you are, they do not care who you are. They're just making games for a general public because that's their, for a lot of development teams, that's their passion. That's what they want to do for a large company. Of course, they want to make profits, but that's the aim of the business that they're in, to make games first. So you think that you just, oh, hey, they just deserve, they should be more open with us. The developers have no incentive. They honestly have no, I'm not gonna say incentive, but they have no divine right to open their pathways to you just because. You forget how developers used to rock back in the day. They just drop the game, bro, and just hold the game. Just take that. People, I think, have grown this entitlement that they need to know what's being done at every step of the way and everything, and they haven't realized that it's a reciprocal appreciation for both sides of the coin. So the developers understand that, hey, listen, these gamers buy these games. We actually care about you gamers. We actually care about you guys. So at some points, we will actually let you in with a trailer. We will let you in. Of course, it's promotional stuff like that. But at some points, that's why they show the games at E3. They want to get the hype going. They want to let you know, hey, listen, we're working, bro. Some games like Skate, they provide open updates and open beta tests and alpha tests and blah, blah, blah to keep gamers in the loop. And the gamers that appreciate the developers, they're going to provide their feedback. They're going to, support the game, do what they do, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of people have jumped that gun and really implanted the idea in their heads that it's an absolute mandatory thing for these developers to even get involved with creators or gamers from an update perspective. You don't need to know anything except for a release date and when the game is ready. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to know that except for release date, price point. That's all you need to know. Basically, you buying it or not. That's all you need to know from a basic standpoint. But beyond that, again, it's a very reciprocal relationship that a lot of game developers have established over the years because of the transparency and how closer we've gotten with the internet. We are working on that relationship. So first of all, y'all entitled for that. Y'all need to relax, double check that privilege at the door because you really shouldn't have it because you're just an outsider looking in. You're one person paying for that for that game. You know what I'm saying? The consumer does have power. I will agree with you, but the entitlement people show in we need to see this game early. We need to see this right now. You don't need to see nothing, bro. You don't need to see nothing until it's on its marketing push. That's all you need to do from an outsider's perspective, bro. Now let's get on to the stupidity. How do you take a game that is literally years away and has a build that is not even nowhere near the finished project? It's an alpha. It's a prenatal, pre-alpha. Like, it's the first iteration of a test, bro. This is not even first trimester type stuff. And you're like, yo, this game look trash, bro. Game look ass, dog. I don't know, man. It look a little bit clunky. It look a little bit like weird. Like, say, bro, the game's not finished. The game's nowhere to finish. And I've seen, I hate it, bro. People, they speak so conclusively on stuff that is nowhere near done. And then some people be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. We know a game not finished. I bet money you guys do not speak like that. You guys speak like this is the final gameplay you're going to get tomorrow. A lot of y'all people speak like that. Yeah, I just don't understand how it's unfounded entitlement and stupidity, bro. It's a deep pit, and a lot of gamers don't deserve good things, bro.
They don't.
It don't make no sense, bro. Just to speak on the logistics side of it, like how it actually happened. Again, the hackers, hackers gonna be hackers, gonna do their thing. And it sucks that it happened to such a big project that a lot of people were anticipating. But again, that guy's probably gonna get his just due, because they moved like it was Fast and Furious 6, and they were looking for like a bunch of money and stuff like that. They rounded up Dom Toretto when they found this dude in like 3 days, so he's getting his just due. That's whatever. But this only goes to continue to hurt the relationship between gamers and developers. Everything like this erodes that relationship, and we're gonna get less and less and less. It just companies just gonna receive any type of outside source information. Like, nah, bro, let's reel it back, because there's no way we're going to let that happen again. And then work that developers are so passionate about, things that they were putting their life, blood, sweat, tears into, is getting slandered online for a build that they didn't even know was finished yet or was out yet. It wasn't even supposed to be shown to the public. They get slandered for stuff that they're working on, and it's not even what they want to present. It's crazy to me, bro. It's crazy people can speak so definitively on things that they are not supposed to see, and and they can just kind of bark at companies and people any way they want to, without realizing, like, hey, bro, it's an honor. It is a privilege to be involved in a development process, because it's not your job. You're not getting paid by any company to review any prior information to release. So you got to treat it as such. You got to treat it as such, man. And it is reciprocal, man. You give them that respect, they'll give you that respect back, and they'll let you in on more of the process. But a lot of y'all being entitled and very, very stupid, which is not a very new trait for a lot of y'all gamers.
Yeah. People are...
I'm talking spicy this week. Fuck them.
No, facts. People are just entitled, and they think that they know shit because they might have like a YouTube channel or whatever where they talk about the shit. It's just... Can y'all just stop ruining shit? Like, that's really what it comes down to. Like, the easiest...
Stop ruining it.
Just stop.
It's not hard. It's not hard to talk about something. Like, literally, bro, if you have that thing, if you have the power, you have information, it's not that hard to shut up about it, bro. Yeah. I promise you. Because as soon as you let that ball drop and they figure out it's you, and it will not be a hard thing to figure out it's you, you're finished. You cook your whole career, your whole future, all your network connects off of one moment, off of one 15-minute span where you get a good like 20K likes. And after that moment's done, and then that whole month is done in analytics, that 28 days passes, you're back to square one, and even worse than before, because you just burnt everything you had to get momentum inside the gaming industry. So clap it up. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations.
You did it.
You know what I'm saying? Dickheads, bro. Dickheads, man. All right, let me take my water break. Right, that's round two.
Nah, man, it's a nasty world we live in.
Yeah, man. A lot of these niggas deserve to get cooked, bro. Y'all don't deserve good stuff in this industry, bro. A lot of y'all don't deserve good stuff because y'all are terrible people who do consistent things to scratch and claw over people who are doing actual hard, creative, innovative, like, you know, law-abiding work, basically.
Yeah.
Is it a crazy thing to say, hey, listen, don't break the law that they set? Is it that crazy to me? Like, hey, listen, I got secret information right here. You know what I'm saying? Here's my social security number. Don't leak it to nobody real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's good. And I'll break you some off when I get it. But don't tell nobody. Hey, it's 9-5. Like, what?
It's nuts.
Mind blowing, bruh. Y'all are insane. But anyways, on some, you know, slightly more positive, but also worth a debate news. Over the past few weeks, Cyberpunk has been getting a huge boost in the redemption arc over, you know, 2077 and its various media vehicles. To speak a bit on the success, though, Cyberpunk 2077 is basically, they've reached over 1 million plus concurrent players, I believe, in their overall player base in the past, week or two or so. And the Edge Runner anime is doing super well. People are loving the show. They're getting back into the game. A lot of people are giving a lot of plaudits and praise to the game overall again. It seems like it's really coming back into high regard for a lot of people. So just to speak on the redemption arc, or is it turning into a redemption arc for Cyberpunk? How do you feel about it?
I don't feel like... it's hard for me to call it like a redemption arc, just because it's not like they're adding shit to the game, but they're adding shit that kind of should have been in the game. So I don't really like comparing it to like a No Man's Sky's redemption arc, where the game was just very basic, and they were like, we need to add shit to make it better. It is better for the game though. Like, I do see them putting the work in to fix it. I just honestly, when it comes down for me to get the respect back for this genre, for not this genre, but for this game, one,
Mhm.
the anime is definitely helping it, and I think that it's a great world to be in. Like I think they did a really good world building. Well, they did a really good job adapting world building because Cyberpunk was a board game before it was a video game, so that world was somewhat already built.
Mhm.
All they did
Yeah.
was like bring it to life. The shout outs to the creators of the anime, shout outs to the developers who are still working on the game. I think that
Mhm.
it's in a way better place now than it was when it first released. I actually hated this game when it first released because of how what it did to the gaming community. It was crazy to see. Um, but
Mhm.
I do think that you got to give credit where it's due. They're doing a good job in bringing this game back to life. I might catch this game on a steep sale, or if I get a key sent to me, or if my community buys it for me, I might play it. I really have no interest in playing this game, surely off the fact that like I wouldn't want to pay $60 to this game because I don't want them to. Honestly, I don't think the game was worth $60. It took too long to get to a really good
Mhm.
playable
Mhm.
state. So for me to pay $60 now, a year after the game finally is in a better place, wouldn't be fair to
Mhm.
myself when I could spend that $60 on something like Ratchet and Clank, and that game is amazing off on release. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just I
Mhm.
don't want to support it. I don't want to talk too good about it, but I will give credit where credit is due. The game is in a way better place. Redemption arc is definitely not over. They're stepping a step in the right direction. But the thing that I would
Mhm.
like to point out is like one of the best redemption arcs in video games has to be No Man's Skies. Every piece of content that was released on that game till this day was added for free. So you spent $60
Mhm.
at the even if you spent $60 at the beginning of when the game first dropped and your game was ass, if you kept that game and you did not return it, you have so much free stuff. But the only DLC that I know is planned for Cyberpunk is paid
Yeah.
DLC, and that is a
Mhm.
problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, I hear it. I hear it. It's like human tendency and behavior is a funny thing. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Because again, the whole world was against Cyberpunk. You know what I'm saying? But then they dropped the anime and then it's like it's almost perfect again. You know what I'm saying? It's like for the people that got to play it with minimal glitches and stuff like that and play through it, I know it's a good game from what I tasted, from what I had a bit of. I know it's a good game. I know. But I just wasn't able to get through it because of the glitches and it hurt the perception of it in my head because I'm like, yo, I'm worried this shit might blue screen my PC. I don't know if certain things are there that I think are gonna be as intricate and smooth as it was built. So I'm kind of moving over that. But I would say I think it's making a comeback. Of course, making a comeback in people's heads. That's 100% obvious. But will it be fully redeemed to the point where the whole gaming community will basically revere it once again, like unanimously, like it did before in the build up? I personally don't think that will ever happen because there's going to be some people like Pepper's Farm remembers, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they gonna remember them times where it just didn't work and they shut down the whole PlayStation 4 store, and they're gonna hold on to that and they're never gonna play it. There's some people that are never gonna play this game again. There are some people that are never gonna come back to Cyberpunk ever again. And it is what it is, man. You only get one shot to impress really off the first off the first interaction, and it blew it for a lot of people. It really did. It really did. I know people in my friend group from home and stuff like that. They're never playing that game again, bro, because they got it on console and they like it nearly like destroyed their shit. So it's a tough situation for them to be in. And again, the onus is on CD Projekt Red to make goodwill happen, to create goodwill. And I believe again, either reducing the price or making DLC free, or as many content updates as you can free. And you know what I'm saying, like in as deep as possible is a really good way to do that. Now, of course, I know Cyberpunk they gonna want to make their money back because the people who invest in CD Projekt Red, I bet money they're like you better keep that paid. I can almost bet that the people who are on the development team, they're like, hey man, we should probably make this free, man. Like let's have some, have a heart for the people that like really like had their experience ruined. But I bet you the board is like, we kind of need our money back. We kind of lost a lot of money on that shit, so we kind of need it like now. Let's get it there. So I feel like it's gonna break down that way where it's tough, but I do think they are on pace for a considerable comeback. Not the biggest one ever, but I think they are, on a path to kind of getting towards a Zuko story. They trying to redeem themselves.
Yeah. And that's the thing is if that's what I'm kind of looking for is like goodwill actions. Like if the DLC is free, I'm gonna be like, this is you guys saying sorry to the fans. Like this is a big step in the right direction. But if they release DLC that is literally just regular price, like they're just acting like everything is normal, I'm going to see them. I'm going to see CD Projekt Red in a different light. I'm going to see them as caring about the bottom line or caring about the money as opposed to caring about the fans.
Yeah. And it's a hard line to toe when you lost that much in the build up and you were forced in that position, but it's something that really it impacts the future of the entire brand, bro. People like when you already see that they're making the next Witcher game, Witcher 4, you know what I mean? Like how are people going to receive that? Because like, yo, okay, you guys did all this stuff with, Witcher 3 was a great game, of course, and we still hold that in high regard, but you did Cyberpunk, and then Cyberpunk was like this. Who's to say you guys already started to pivot on Witcher 4 and it's going to turn out to be like a technical disaster or something like that? There's already these brand perceptions. So what you do with Cyberpunk 2077 now is imperative. It's vital to their brand's survival and I guess the salvaging of their brand reputation. It's very, very key that they treat this situation right now with as much goodwill towards the fans as possible so they set up the rest of their franchises, games, projects, whatever you want to call it, for success.
Absolutely.
Damn, bro, you don't get this talk on other podcasts, bro. You see how composed that sounded, bro? We killing this shit, bro. Rate us 5 stars, man. Rate us 5 stars. Stop playing with me. Anyways, let's move on to the official announcement this week. It has arrived that EA's Motive Studios will be working on an all-new single-player, third-person action-adventure Iron Man game. So the project will be headed up by executive producer Oliver Pruill, and he worked on the Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy game, and we had a few other industry veteran names that had some probably 2 decades of experience, at least individually. So a lot of different vets working in on this Iron Man game. How you feeling?
Still don't want it. I just don't see how this game is going to be fun. I personally don't want it. If it's getting made, it's getting made, and I don't want it to suck. Like I said, I just hope it doesn't suck. But I don't think we need a Marvel game for every character. I think we need to hunker down and figure out how to make I don't want it, but if it's good, I'll shut the fuck up. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. I don't want it, but if it's good, I'll eat my words. I will apologize on the podcast, but I don't think I will have to because it's still EA.
Hey, but I'm gonna say this. I said basically pretty much the same shit about Guardians of the Galaxy until I played it, and I was like, okay, yeah, you got me here. I was thoroughly impressed. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the hell out of that game. It's one of my favorite games from last year. Fairsies. I'll give y'all that. This, I feel like I will say this. This actually has the potential to be a dope game. Honestly, it could be another sleeper game because again, there's gonna be the perception that they can't really do this shit. But I will say if they add certain mechanics and certain feels to the game, okay, somebody put out this idea, and listen, bear with me. I see the face, but bear with me. Not necessarily Iron Man, but if certain flight controls and certain feels felt like Anthem, like listen, if it felt like Anthem and certain combat felt like Anthem, that could actually be a really good game. And you put the narrative spin of a Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy type game where it was, again, very much close to the source material and it felt really authentic. If that's in there, if that somehow makes it into the mix in terms of the gameplay and the story delivery, we could be looking at a solid game. I don't want to put the tinfoil hat on right now. I don't want to do it, but I'm just saying there could be room for it, bro. There could be room for it. So I'm not gonna shit on this game out the gate. I'm not saying it's iron ass. I'm gonna just wait and temper my expectation. I'm just gonna wait because I've been wrong before, most notably about Guardians of the Galaxy. So hey, my hands up.
I hate you because that is a solid idea. We'll see, because it's not. I don't think it's made by BioShock, but we'll see. Because not BioShock, BioWare. Those are the people who made Anthem, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but I feel like some team members could have transferred over. Cause I don't know what the BioWare team's looking like right now. But Motive, I think they said they worked on a new Dead Space. They did Star Wars Squadrons. They did Battlefront 2. I don't know what that other one is, but they're from 2015, so they're a newer studio in a sense. But
And BioWare is owned by EA, so like it could be
Yeah.
they could easily just be like, "Yo, can you guys can you teach can you teach them how to work in this engine or whatever?" No, I get it.
Mhm. Yeah, and they're in Montreal, so they have access to other EA teams and stuff like that. And 100%, there's at least like 2 other studios from EA that are in Montreal or somewhere close by in Canada. So I I think they'll get the support they need, bro. So I'm gonna say this could be a sleeper. This could be a sleeper. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Oh, this apology gonna be crazy if this game hit. The apology's gonna be crazy if this game hits, bro.
I'll do a YouTube style apology before the podcast starts.
Yes,
I'll put the whole thing.
Hey guys, it's One Easy here. And you know what I'm saying? Just want to address what I've been seeing on the timeline. I just want to meet it head on before anything really happened. Sorry for my actions.
Like we'll do that as an intro.
I'll work your Judge Games better.
Oh god,
that's gotta be the first thing we do. That's gotta be the first thing we do. I'm not introing nothing. It's gonna be a cold, slow fade in, just him and the podium, bro. It's gonna be your screen alone.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's great, bro. That's great. Oh man. All right. On to the next piece of news, bro. So yeah, back to Twitch being on fire. Moving away from the policy side to the people side. Seems that there were a few little hiccups. Okay. All right. Wasn't like hiccups, but like major indigestion and or heart attacks that happened in the body of Twitch because so much drama happened over the past week. It's honestly insane. Some dude on Twitter, I'm trying to get the name up. I think it's Cooper with an X before the ER. He provided a timeline of what's been going on. I think it was Octonox's timeline, but basically, there was a dude named E-Rob that was banned for a month on Twitch. On September 13th, Miskiff called out XQC for dishing some charity event, and the XQC threatened Miskiff to not commit career suicide. So there was something there. Let me see. XQC and Adept dude did like a whole bunch of like shit camp absence talk or whatever. I don't even know what that is, but it's a lot of stuff. That XQC and Adept broke up or whatever. I don't even know who Adept is, but I'm pretty sure boyfriend girlfriend if I'm right. And then on the 18th, Slicker was basically scamming people for hella money. He got 300K to just bet pure money on, so he just fueling his gambling addiction, which is insane. And there was a whole bunch of more drama, and then there was the whole the crypto betting gambling scheme, all that stuff. Miskiff called out Trainwreck's crypto hacking stuff, and then Train bounced back with a bunch of accusatory stuff on Miskiff, and then about what was it like what was it I forgot exactly what it was, but there was sexual assault claims on Miskiff. There was racism claims on Miskiff. Another dude named Poseidon dropped in on Miskiff. Was there something I'm missing?
So it actually wasn't on Miskiff. It was on him covering up sexual assault.
Oh, covering it up. Yeah, covering it up. The racism was definitely on him, though.
And yes, no, 1000%. The racism and the homophobia.
Yes, that was 100% on him apparently, because this guy named Poseidon dropped a bunch of shit on Twitter. That happened. I think there was another like Pokemon beef with somebody else, a whole bunch of stuff. And amidst all this chaos and activity, amidst all of the Twitch drama that happened over the past week, that same chick that was having sex on stream last week, she came back and did it again. She came back and did it twice. Out of everything. Like, bro, what's going on, dog? What's going on? What is happening, bro? What is happening?
Yo, this timeline is nuts because it's like, yo, why is Miskiff name on here like 4 times? Like, why is this man always like, get him out of here? Why is he still popping up?
What is really happening, bro? Like,
why do so many people have information on Miskiff? Like, why is that a recurring theme? Like, why are people like, yo, you need to stop talking to me right now? Like, why is everybody, bro? What do you do?
If 5 niggas said that, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you should probably back up.
I'll probably stop talking.
If Miskiff, dog, I just think you should probably take a quick internal review of everything you've done. You'll probably find something. Like, oh, he's probably talking about that. Just probably shut up.
If I was his manager, I'd be like, yo, my man. They got too much shit on us right now. You need
in 4K. In 4K.
like it's crazy. It blows my mind, man. I think this is the problem when all you do is stream for a living. I think this is the kind of shit that happens. Like you just don't live a real life. Like you're not a real person anymore. Bro. You're just like, I don't even know.
You live in this crazy Twitch bubble. You know what I'm saying? Of just heightened drama and ignorance, and it just festers all the time, and you're just bouncing between different people who live in the same bubble, and it just keeps festering until y'all eventually war with each other like it's Game of Thrones, and then some people get, you know what I'm saying, get their shit rocked and suspended from OTK for an indefinite amount of time while a third party is investigating them. Like, shit's crazy, bro.
It's nuts. It's all this drama is insane to me. I think the craziest thing about all of this shit is that, like, I work a full-time job and do content creation, like after work, before work. Like, I do extra shit to do content creation. These people are at the top of the line. Like, they have access to things that we couldn't even imagine. They have money that coming out the wazoo. Like, the things that I would do with my content once I hit a certain point would be insane. And you're telling me that these people who are essentially millionaires off of playing video games and engaging with communities, the thing that they are contributing back to society is homophobia, racism, sexual assault cover-ups. Like, you have so much in your life right now, and you're wasting it on this shit. Like, people are like, I have a deep connection with my fans and my community. I'm going to get them to buy crypto, and I'm going to scam them. Like, that is, like, I think people should go to jail. Like, I think this is Twitch streamers have become the new age cult leaders, is what it feels like in this day and age. Like, people are just mindlessly following these people who should not have a platform, and people have said, we're not giving this person a platform, but they found a platform, and now they have a huge following of people just like them.
It's wild, bro. It's like how they move with such diplomatic immunity sometimes, bro. It's like crazy. A lot of these people will beef, say some real egregious stuff, do some real egregious things, get banned for a week, come back, have the biggest stream in like 6 months.
Yep.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And it keeps happening because Twitch not gonna stop them, because they're bringing in hella money for them. They're bringing in so many people with their audiences and stuff like that. They're natively grown on Twitch. So they're like, we're not gonna stop y'all. Y'all helping us from being, y'all keeping us from being broke. So why, you know what I'm saying? We got to address the few things that make us liable for certain things that we could be possibly sued for. We got to check with legal to see what we can stop. But after that, I don't know, dog. Like, y'all gotta keep it.
It's insane.
It's crazy, bro. I just don't. No, I understand. But it's just baffling. It's baffling to see every time how stuff like this happens and comes to a fever pitch. I'm like, bro, from an outsider's perspective looking in, I'm like, dog, it sucks that it's an unfortunate situation that people look up to that. They look up to situations like that. I'm like, yo, a lot of streamers, a lot of gamers are not good people. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, they do some real shitty things. There's a lot of shitty people in this game. It is what it is, bro. But to see that in that capacity, I'm like, bro, this is just like full display, full blast. On top of the chick that was still getting it in doggy style again.
You know what's funny is that every person that was mentioned here, I'm like, shame on you. Like, shame on you. You knew what you were doing. Well, she's like the only person who I'm just like, man, go crazy. Like, we knew what the fuck was gonna happen. Like, a part of me feel like we knew what was gonna happen. Why did we bring her back?
Everybody else, I was like, man, that's y'all wilding, bro. Y'all bugging out. Y'all really need to be doing this right now. I'm like,
I guess. Like, if anything, she's out here sticking it to the man, or getting it stuck to the, you know what I mean? Like, it's just wild because, like, I expected this as soon as she got back. I was like, I expect the exact same thing to happen, and I was correct.
That's a good guess. Honestly, that's a good guess.
I should have bet $1 on it.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't have seen it coming, but she definitely did. But that's beside any point. It's just wild to see. Again, this is the marker of representation for anybody who doesn't know what streaming is. That's their first example.
Yeah,
that's the first place that they look to, the biggest people, because it is what it is, and they see that. It's like, bro, give me 100 racks a month. I'm turning into Danny O'Dwyer. I'm not talking to anybody, bro. I'm interviewing people. I'm making projects happen. I'm filming documentaries, bro. Like,
give me 100K a month. I'll turn Twitch into A24. Like, you're fucking, bro. You guys are doing nothing with what you're given.
And it's crazy. They find so much time to bitch, moan, and complain to each other about each other all day. I'm like, y'all could be doing some real dope stuff, bro. y'all could really be doing some crazy projects out there. You know what I'm saying? Collabing, but showing the next wave of Twitch, putting people on. You know what I'm saying? Like doing all kinds of great stuff for communities and your own channel in your own right. But the people just choose to whittle, bitch, chatter to each other, and then that's how they all get caught up, bro. We're not even gonna mention how the fact that one dude had DMs from years ago and he was just sitting on them in the back pocket in case the day Miskip stepped out of line. We're not even gonna acknowledge that right now because that's crazy. But it's just the fact that there's so much of an internal underlying just chatty patty circle, bro. It's just the same little circle of people beefing with each other. Like, yo, bro, listen, just go play games, go do what y'all do. Who cares, man? Who really cares? But it's the fact that they're in such high positions, they have to be put on a microscope. And when you realize a lot of these niggas are not good people, they're not good people. They don't do great things. You know what I'm saying? Like they're actually proven to show some real nasty behaviors. It half the time it doesn't even get properly addressed. I can bet you money half of the people that are in trouble right now from these last few days, they're gonna get a slap on the wrist after an internal investigation, and nothing's gonna happen. At most, they'll be getting the same money they did in the back end, just not streaming as much.
They'll get a 3-day ban, and then they're gonna fly out to like the Bahamas for those 3 days, and then come back with a vlog.
Yep.
Like it's a joke,
bro. Man, listen, I'm fucking on stream with something, bro. I need to get my name up, bro. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. I'm about to come back crazy. Listen, if you see something, mind your business. Mind your business if you've seen any of that.
The phrase "come back is crazy" is insane. That is insane.
Hey, listen, mind your minute. Mind your minutes, man. That's all I'm saying. All right, on to the next story here. So in holy hell, I didn't know you still existed news. Star Citizen has been in the timelines yet again, as it has announced not a singular release date for the official game. So this lack of pretty positive news is coupled with reports that crowdfunding of the project has officially passed $500 million. So with almost a decade of developments, no campaign that was announced with Mark Hamill and Gary Oldman in sight, and updates still being billed as pre-launch alphas. What's going on with Star Citizen, man? That's crazy.
Play Elite Dangerous. That's my update for Star Citizen. Just play Elite Dangerous. Play No Man's Skies. This game's never coming out. They're gonna make you pay so much money just to fly a jet and watch you not only crash the jet but watch the game crash, because they're here to make money. They are not here to make the game. Play Elite Dangerous. Play No Man's Skies. Play Ace Combat. Play any other flight sim. It's just not worth waiting at this point. Like, I was excited for this game because I love space exploration. And I wanted to just be a space trader. Like, that's literally all I wanted to do. Just delivering shit from point A to point B. Like, literally like Cyber Trucker or whatever the game is. Like Euro Trucker, but in space. Like, that's what I love to do. Man, these people do not care. Just play Ace Combat. I might download Elite Dangerous, actually. Like, that, I might go do that. When I saw this story, I was like, damn, Elite Dangerous is a good-ass game. I'm about to go download that. Just because this game, I don't think it's ever coming out, and there's no reason for you to pay more money than no more money than $70 to play a game early access. If anything, you should be paying less money to play an early access game.
Yeah. It's crazy how honestly I put this in the ballpark of a Cyberpunk in terms of hype and anticipation at one point, bro. Like, this was the game everybody was looking at, like, yo, Star Citizen is about to be crazy. It's about to be that next jump for games, bro. That's about to be the biggest thing that ever happened. And that was like 2015. That was like 2015, bro. Like, how many games that looked like Star Citizen and did what Star Citizen did passed it by and still in alpha testing, bro? Starfield's coming out next year. Starfield's coming out next year, and it's been like in development for like years, bro. No Man's Sky literally came out, died, and then got revived again.
Yeah.
It literally had a whole redemption arc that lasted about 3, 4, 5 years, and y'all nowhere to be seen in terms of public outreach, bro. $500 million, bro. $500 million into your game. You're nowhere close to full development. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I don't care anymore. I've given up on Star Citizen years ago. That's tough, bro.
I think most people have.
I really want Star Citizen to be like such a breakout game. Because it looked like it had everything, bro. But if you're not gonna give us no official, again, like, release date, if you're not anywhere closer to an actual release than you were like last year, Like, what's the point? What's the point, man? Y'all gotta show progression towards an actual date, bro. Y'all could have really had the space exploration genre by the throat years ago to keep it a stack. Y'all really could have been had that, bro. But I didn't even know y'all was doing this thing with Gary Oldman, a whole campaign with Mark Hamill and Gary Oldman. Like, how much money y'all got?
Enough. They got more, and I think the only people keeping this game alive are the people who already put money into it and are like, I don't want to let this die because then I'm gonna lose all that money. I hope this game just like never comes out and fizzles out, and then all these people just, like, file a class action lawsuit and like get their money back because it's egregious what they're doing.
I ain't gonna lie to you, son. This would be a crazy Ponzi scheme. Like, imagine this is like some cruel interactive MLM.
Like, it's insane. And it's insane that people, like, this was crowdfunded. Like, that's what's the saddest part. I remember the only game I kickstarted, I think I kickstarted 2 games. I gotta figure out what my Kickstarter account is because I do this thing.
I know I kickstarted one. I can't remember what it was. It was a small game, but I can't remember.
I do this thing where I kickstart games because I really want them to succeed and then forget my Kickstarter account, so I never get the rewards because I forget my account. But I kickstarted Bloodstained, which was the Castlevania. I bought actually I think I got that code back. But I bought like the game with like the deluxe edition. Like, I paid money because I really wanted this game to succeed, and it did, and it came out, and it's an amazing game. You should really go play it. And it's just like, I love seeing that happen. Like, I love being a part of the process. Like, I made this game happen. I feel bad for all the people who like went and put this money up for this game and literally just are never gonna see this game actually hit the light of day. Like, the only people playing this game is going to be people who are like paying 200 or whatever the money is to be a founder or whatever.
Yeah, which is crazy, son. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, Star Citizen really could have been a star, bro. Now we barely recognize you as a player. You're not even registered with the league, bro. It's crazy.
It's nuts.
Tough, man. Tough. But anyways, moving on to some YouTube changes here. There was a lot of talk of YouTube, you know what I'm saying, making their presence felt. Pretty convenient timing, though. That was honestly impeccable timing this week, I might add. But they talked about a lot of different changes coming to the platform, a few different things that were happening. First and foremost, a lot of different monetization paths. They added a shorts path for the YouTube partner program, saying that 10 million views on shorts in 90 days will guarantee you a partnership with YouTube, and they have a 45% revenue split on shorts regardless of music usage. Now, for YouTube partner program fan funding, they're going to lower requirements to get in, and they're going to enable you super chat, membership access, super stickers, and more incentives to get people more engaged in your live streams and whatnot. And they also introduced Creator Music, which is basically a revamped in-house platform to buy music licenses to use in your videos. You can keep all your revenue with that, with a buy and the license, or you can have it in a back-end process where you basically, you use that music and then it comes out of your split for that video. So if you have revenue split, part of it goes to YouTube, part of it goes to the relevant parties that are involved with making the song, and then the rest of it goes to you. So some different usages for potential songs and soundtracks, OSTs that are going to be involved in that platform. They said we're going to try and make it as affordable as possible for people. What do you think about YouTube making these changes?
So I love the idea of being able to use copyrighted music. There's specific ideas for content that I wanted to do that requires copyrighted music, but I don't want to use it because I don't want to get my channel outright blocked. I think it's great for people who do music related content. It will suck for them because they're going to get paid less money from ads, but I feel like that's something you're going to have to go into knowing. Like, it's either you take the cut or you get your stuff demonetized. And I honestly think that getting some money out of no money is a lot better. You're just going to have to have a good content strategy to make that money up on the back end via like Ko-fi and XYZ, things like that. I think that this is really, really good. The monetization path is nuts because this is clear competition with TikTok. Like, this is clear competition with TikTok being able to get into the partner program via 10 million views. And I know 10 million views is a very daunting number for people. In 90 days, that would require you to have on average 100K views on a video, on a TikTok. That's 100K views in one day. So if you were to do, let's say, 3 TikToks or 4 TikToks in one day, which is what some people produce on TikTok right now, like that's somebody's entire platform. If you take that, those 3 or 4 TikToks and you post them on YouTube, if you get an average 30K views, which is achievable. I've worked with creators who do that, who they do that consistently. It's insane to me. If you could do that on YouTube, you will be a YouTube partner. There's no exclusivity, so if you're already making that content on TikTok, you could be making 2 bags at once. You're literally killing 2 birds with 1 stone. It is insane. And the beauty of it is, like, on TikTok, I don't know if the algorithm knows that you're putting duplicate stuff out. For example, let's say I download a video and re-upload it to my other page on TikTok. It might not get traction because of, like, they know that there's a video out there already that looks just like this. But this is an entirely different platform. So you could essentially get paid partnerships for 2 different channels. Like, there's the possibilities are endless now. If you're a TikTok creator, TikTok creators are in a very great place right now in terms of content creation and monetizing your content.
I agree.
As a YouTube creator myself, I think this is awesome because it kind of gives you another avenue to become a partner. I am still making regular long form content, but I easily can just grab my TikToks, re-upload them to YouTube, which I plan on doing, and just seeing if that, and if not only if I don't get partner via my TikTok, my YouTube shorts, I will at least garner more views onto my regular platform, increasing my visibility and increasing my chances of getting partner the regular way. This is an amazing win for creators. And just like you said, the timing is insane. Like the fact that all this, Twitch is imploding and taking away money from the table, and YouTube is like, here's ways of making money sooner. And they've also, this hasn't been confirmed, I think they've also announced more monetization options for people who aren't YouTube partners yet. That's far in the future though. I want to say it's next year they might announce something like that, but I think that that's also in the works. YouTube is moving, we say YouTube is moving slow, but I don't think, I'm starting to realize they're not necessarily moving slow, they're moving smart. Like they're
batches.
Yeah.
It's batch updating. It's not like, oh, as soon as something's done, they're gonna push it out. They're gonna wait to aggregate as enough to be like, hey, listen, this is a big content update for you guys, and we're gonna drop you like good 4 or 5 features. These are long-lasting, brand new paths that are gonna again enable so much more activity. And again, they're just working on things as they're ready. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the music thing they're not really connected to monetization paths, but I think it's enough of a bundle of value to be like, hey, listen, all right, is it good to go? Is everything good to go with this? Is enough features for like next couple months when we get the next things done? Batch edit. You know what I'm saying? Batch drop. You guys get enough incentive to, you know what I'm saying, start moving that way.
And even think about like, I remember when Twitch was doing when DMCAs were really getting pushed. Just think about all the people who used to be like, well, I can't stream on Twitch anymore, or I can't do XYZ anymore. Like all the people who were like very upset about this. This could also fit right into streaming, because it will let you use music for your YouTube stuff. So you could stream, you might be able to stream on YouTube listening to the new Drake album. No problem. You could hold listening parties. You might be able to do that now. Like that is crazy. And I don't think people are realizing this enough. Like this.
Music TikTok is good. I mean, music YouTube's gonna be eating, bro. All them review channels and stuff like Big Quint, all the mans.
Like,
oh my gosh,
Anthony Fantano's finna be having a feast. And the thing is that we can all benefit from this. I could finally play games that are super grindy, like No Man's Skies or things like that, and listen to music while I do it. That was one of my favorite things to do on Twitch. Was I would listen to No Man's Skies. I would play No Man's Skies and listen to Ramona Radio, which was like Vince Staples' radio station on Apple Music. But I remember like, oh, I got hit with a copyright. I'm like, oh, let me chill out on that. But now I could do that. I can mix music, or I could even do games. Like I'm gonna be in a tech and training lab for 3 hours, and I'm gonna try to learn combos. But we can listen to music and talk about stuff and do XYZ. Like it's gonna be, this is a crazy movement.
Facts, 100%. Speaking of music thing real quick, I know me, I was so unfamiliar with like the music policy. I didn't even want to put no like video game music in myself, because I didn't know what the policy was on that. I still have to figure that out 100%, because I don't want to get myself struck at all. I don't want to touch it. It's
certain games, and that's the thing is like I'll play Guilty Gear's music on my stream before I start streaming. That I believe will get copywritten because it's a newer game, and it has the CDs and stuff are out, like it's out like on streaming platforms. But something like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I don't have any problems with. I remember I played Ichigo's theme for Bleach on my channel, and that got copyright stricken not too long ago. And then I was confused because I did that before and it never did. But once the Bleach animated started coming out, like the newer one got announced and whatnot, and the acquisition of Sony for buying Crunchyroll, that's why I got like that.
They started locking it down.
Exactly. So it's really touch and go. But if you're telling me I can give X amount of money to YouTube YouTube can take a cut of whatever I'm doing and just pay the money people over there or whatever, and I can listen to music for certain streams. I wouldn't mind that whatsoever, me personally. Now, other people are going to be like, well, that's not enough, but like, who knows what this could lead into? Maybe this could lead into a monthly membership where you're just paying, hey, here's $20 for YouTube Music, and now you can listen to music while you're playing your stream, like the way that like YouTube Premium, I should say. Like now you can listen to this on stream.
Yeah, no, I hear you, son. And again, there's a lot of upside to it, man. If they work it right, there's a lot of upside for people buying into those like subscriptions or buying into the service and stuff like that. You want to buy a one-time license or you want to buy a blah blah blah, this, that, and the third. There's a lot of variety and a lot of options that they added in terms of the music side. So I think this is a really big win. This is actually a really, really big, solid win and a precursor to a lot of good things in the future if they can work it right with a lot of the music industry and a lot of labels and such to get those things cleared. So that seems really, really good. Again, the monetization pass is fantastic. I will say that right now. Again, the lower requirements to add, like, again, people for live, to encourage people to get into live streaming more on YouTube, like, again, giving people the memberships and stuff like that. Of course, it should be standard in terms of streaming space because of Twitch competition and what they've allowed in terms of affiliates and blah blah blah. So good that they're matching up 1-1 on that front, and they're encouraging people to come on the platform to really get it, and they're adding more features as you go. Again, the one thing I'm gonna see more people running into is raids. So hopefully that's going to be one. I think that should be the next big thing that gets addressed in terms of the live streaming platform, figuring out how to redirect raids or do channel redirects to another channel that's live. Again, that may be a longer way away because they have to add a dedicated section for it, being able to house all different live streams in a certain area, maybe in categories and stuff, and break it down like its own tab. So that's going to be a longer way out, but I think it's something that's on the horizon. Again, the monetization paths with the shorts. Now you've already seen it. You've been a testament to it. They're pushing shorts a lot more heavier now. They're going to keep doing that as we go along. So now's a good time as ever. If you're going to switch to YouTube and do shorts, now's the time to get in that groove, because by the time 2023 hits and then shorts are in the full swing getting monetized, it's going to get a big push in terms of the YouTube market. So I know me, I'm already trying to get stuff planned for the channel, like the channel redirect, and just figure out what I'm going to do next. And shorts are definitely going to be a part of that strategy. So it's nothing but good, bro. It's nothing but good stuff that can come from this. It's just the applications that, we're going to see how things pan out. But again, adding that economy to compete with TikTok is very, very smart. Again, a good split of money if you get to it from a certain point. Encourage people to upload on there more. Again, move it into that shorts panel. Really, really smart from them. And it's just a lot more good, bro. This is good shit, man. We said this from a long time ago when YouTube really started to put the pedal to the metal with Fwiz and all stuff like that from like last year or a year before. They're like, they're really gonna put pressure on these other streaming platforms to shape up or move out the way. And we're seeing all this stuff come to fruition right now. So I mean, good on YouTube, man. And if you're not hip, bro, stay where you at. No, I'm fucking with you. But listen, though, if you're really like keen on this content creation shit, I'm telling you, YouTube is a must. I think for me, YouTube is definitely a must at some point. If you want to retain stuff, you want to really lock down a community, and you want to tap into bigger bags, I think this is one of the best springboards, just solely off of platform usage, not involving sponsorships or anything like that, but solely off of platform usage and getting money back from that and earning a bag off that. I think this is one of the most surefire ways to do it. So, this is a lane I'm trying to be proficient at. So I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, 1000%. And if you're somebody who is interested in getting started on YouTube, or like things like, or you're just somebody from Twitch who wants to start putting more effort into YouTube, feel free to come to any of my streams, because I don't mind talking content. Wotaku channel is the channel. If you pull up to any of my streams, I will always help you guys out with any questions you might have. I just don't feel like typing all the shit that I have to tell people, so don't expect if you're gonna DM me, if it's something quick, I can answer it, but if it's something that requires a full explanation, I'm just be like, ask me it on stream and we could talk about it there, because I don't have time to type all the stuff all the time. I work, like I said before, I work a full-time job. I have too much going on.
Yeah, likewise. In the event that when I do stream regularly again, because I'm not right now, don't worry about that. We're going to fix that at some point in the future. But when I do, and you catch me, if you have any questions that I'm working through and I'm able to answer them, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. We got a wealth of knowledge out there. There's so much different stuff that's being, discovered every day. So many different people offering their 2 cents either on the timeline or whatnot. I'm going to try and help as best I can with the information that I have. And if I don't have it, I'll try my best to find it. And yeah, man, I'm telling you though, but if you want to, in terms of being a creator, if you want to be a streamer and just be a streamer, cool. I'm not against that whatsoever. But if you really want to set yourself apart and start to dive deeper into the content game, I think YouTube is something that should be very heavily considered for everybody that wants to create something that's I think that can be as long standing as possible.
I'll say this: if you want to be a streamer, and again, we're not even sponsored by YouTube. I'm speaking off of just experience.
Not yet.
Like not yet. But if you want, you can be a streamer on something that's not Twitch. Like I have friends of mine right now that are killing 100%. It on TikTok lives, and you're probably like, why would anybody? Right. I promise you,
TikTok them TikTok streams going nuts right now.
There's so much out there, yo. Nuts. There's so much more out there.
I'm telling you, man. Dive in, man. Dive in. But good on YouTube. I think that's a big W for them, and they hot on heels right now. They hot on heels.
1000%.
All right. For the last story of the week, it wasn't really like a huge gaming, like news story, but this was just more of an opinion-based piece, I guess, from possibly the most credible and authoritative source we can get in the market today, FaZe Clan. So FaZe member Sway put out a statement, and then FaZe tweeted it, just talking about the state of gaming, as it were. And the quote is, and it reads, "The downfall of video games started when kids complained about people being good at the game. I remember when I was a kid and saw a Prestige Master in COD, I didn't tell him to take a shower or go outside. I sent that motherfucker a friend request." End quote. So, I mean, how do you feel about this? Is gaming really gone downhill from that point?
You know what's funny? He sent him a friend request, and I'm pretty sure the Prestige dude was like, "No, you loser! Like, what are you talking about?
You went 6 and 18. Get out my lobby,
bro." I am so fucking sure.
The dick riding was crazy back then.
Crazy.
The dick riding was crazy.
I'm gonna retweet this. I got a funny ass joke to put on this. Oh my god!
All shaboing boy, first team out there.
First team, bro. Yo,
I'm dead. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I think FaZe Clan. I swear to God. I'm pretty sure they have like a running Google Doc, and it's like tweets gamers will love, and they just have all these type of statements on there, like all around, just like yo, have you gone viral yet? No, bro, tweet this out. I'll promise you. They're gonna eat it up. They're gonna eat it up. Like, bro, I've never. First off, calling you a sweat, bro. If I got called a sweat in Call of Duty, I got off lightly. Like that is the lightest thing that somebody could say to you in Call of Duty. I've been called way worse. The downfall of gaming was not that, and I'm not gonna sit here and list off the things that could be seen as the downfall of gaming. FaZe Clan could possibly be on that fucking list. But I'm just sick and tired of it. You guys act like gaming is some noble, like you guys are playing Call of Duty. Like stop acting like you're some noble samurai and like the way of the shinobi has gone downhill. Like you play COD. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna say, bro, you're not a lord over his damn land, bro. Like, listen, bro. Relax. The era of the Shogun is over, nigga. Like, what do you want us to do?
The ways of old are gone.
Facts.
You sound like Kratos
old, man. Like,
you sound like Kratos in God of War 4. Like you're just like, I'm not that man anymore.
Like, there's so much wrong with this quote, and I think this is I think this quote's like at least like a year old. You know what I'm saying when it came through. But first and foremost, you're relegating gaming to just a multiplayer experience. I can pinpoint you're only talking about Call of Duty. So I already know your vision of gaming is somewhat skewed. It's not holistic to people who play single player games and all that stuff like that, but we'll disregard that. You're saying that gaming died when people were just complaining that people were good. So I mean, if you want to be real, gaming died years before. Gaming died years ago. Cause I can go back examples to the beginning of time. If when people was, you know what I'm saying, people was making fun of people from being good in like 2K and for NBA Street. I remember my people talking mad shit to each other. You know what I'm saying? Family members talking mad shit to each other because, oh, listen, bro, whatever. You play this game all day. You ain't got nothing better to do, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what are you talking about? That has nothing to do with the state of gaming. They're just people talking shit because other people got their ass whooped. It is what it is. It's a natural human reaction.
Bro, in that same Call of Duty game, I'm sure people have said that. I'm sure he said that to people. Like, I'm sure people are like, yo, you suck. And I'm a 1,000,000% sure he'd be like, yo, I got a life outside of this. Like, that's the only comeback. That's one of the biggest comebacks and probably one of the best comebacks in video game history is when you suck at the game and he's better than you, you always hit him with like, my life better, my shoes better. Like, you got to hit him with something that they can't compete with. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just normal reaction. Like, the downfall of gaming is when we made fun of people. Like, no, what the fuck? Like, if you want to, like, if that's the case, the downfall of gaming is when Call of Duty had open chat. Like, that was the downfall of gaming because motherfuckers were calling you all types of names in there. Like, that's facts. That's the shit that is annoying because it's not like we don't celebrate people who are good at the game. League of Legends just dropped a music video. Lil Nas X made a song, a banger for League of Legends esports worlds tournament. Like, gaming, like, people don't hate good gamers. People never did. You're just making shit up.
People just say things when they lose, bro. It's crazy, but people sometimes may say things when they lost something, you know, when they were in a competitive battle or whatever, they put their effort into it and they lost. Some people may get mad. Oh, maybe they're not judging your skill. They're just mad in the moment because they lost. It's insane. That's only the first half of this quote. The second half, this is what I'm more mad at, though. This is what I'm honestly way more mad at, dog. One thing it ain't right when I said that. I was never that person. Listen, let me keep this a fact, though. I only freaked out over one person playing COD that I did not know personally in my lobby. That was Modern Warfare 2, and I was in 8th grade. And Chris Move popped up in my lobby, and I was in that damn video. I will say this word to the hilltops, bruh. I was in that video. That's the only time I ever freaked out about that man. I didn't send him no friend request either. I didn't even send him no friend request. I was psyched that I was in a lobby with this dude. That was it. I'm just saying, I didn't want to make a joke. He's like, as a man, you sending another man a friend request, you know what I'm saying, because he's a prestige master and going crazy in one COD lobby. That's what you doing? That's what we do. But listen, bro, I'm gonna keep it a stack. Why? Just say he's good and keep moving, bro. I ain't gonna lie, Dick Ryan crazy, bro. You can say he's solid and keep moving on, bro. Me personally, I never understood sending people friend requests because they was like crazy, unless you didn't know nobody or whatever. But like, yeah. If I was solo, I'm just like, oh, he had a good game. I kept it moving. But I understand people operate under different, you know what I'm saying, principles, but whatever. I just thought it was funny, but it was like, so you just went to go give him a friend request instead of you like just say, acknowledge a good game, that's it, or complaining on him. I don't know. I just thought it was very funny that he opted to, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, listen, like old Shinobi, teach me your ways.
That shit is nuts to me. And I genuinely think that it's all bullshit and it's all for tweets and clicks because like no way in hell is that like, man, I don't know. I don't know. I think people have grown up with video games. Like I myself am at a different stage mentally than most of the people who are still playing video games. Like I grew up and I used my growth as a human being, and that's how I view video games now. Like I look at shit differently. I don't ever really care about a game having an easy mode or shit like that. Like I'm not even trying to bring that shit into this, but like I don't care about those things anymore because I have experienced life and it changes my views on video games. I don't think people have done that. Like we have 40-year-old middle schoolers playing Warzone right now. And by 40-year-old middle schoolers, I mean dudes who work full-time jobs who have never grown out of that middle school mentality when it comes to video games. And it's really fucking sad.
Yeah. Or they could be 40 and still in middle school, which is a very problematic thing. But you know, I'm not gonna price them out. I'm not gonna price them out because they could still exist. They can exist. But I agree. It's just like, yo, like to have such a very conclusive view about a specific part of gaming and then say the entire state of gaming has just went down because people are mad in the moment and complaining at good people, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is, bro. Like you're talking about people going crazy in a casual game. Like You can say whatever you want. Call of Duty is literally the largest and probably one of the most casual games on planet Earth today. That's literally that's the point. Some people just want to get on, have a good time with their boys. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes slay out, sometimes not. But then the people sweating their life out. You know what I'm saying? Doing their thing. Some people, you may get mad if you're going at 150% and this dude's at like 70 after work. You know what I'm saying? He just wants to get on with the boys, have a good time, blah blah, pump stomp a little bit, and you're playing like you're trying to get in COD championships. Some people are probably gonna get mad because, you know what I'm saying, you're doing everything you can to win the game by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people may just get mad and say, yo, listen, bro, whatever, blah blah, you get a life. But comments is comments. You know what I'm saying? As long as they're not abusing you or saying anything that is very inappropriate in the sense of like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying, the abusive language and stuff that we know Call of Duty's known for, it's blah blah.
Yeah.
But you know, the state of gaming, I agree. You know, it's ruined. It's ruined. I completely agree with Sway. It's ruined. Gaming's ruined. Now, you know what I'm saying? God of War, trash. People calling me too good at that game. It's trash. It's dead. Gaming's gone.
Nah, fuck the sweats. I'm trying to play Apex. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Get your sweaty asses out of my pub lobbies, goddammit.
I'm dead. Oh my gosh. That's all the notes I got on the pod today, man. Anything that we about to miss this week?
Nah, not that I can think of, honestly. Yeah, it's been a pretty chill week. I feel like things are gonna start ramping up. I'm not excited for when things do because we're gonna be here all night. But yeah, it's been a pretty solid week.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a lot of stuff. Just coming through outside of, I guess, specifically gaming wise, but again, we're getting into the business end of the year where stuff about to start dropping. Boy,
yeah,
it's about to start dropping. We only got like a week and change until the heavy hitters start to really start flowing through, and it's gonna be a time, man. The end of the year is gonna be a fun season, man. It's always fun around the holidays. So that's dope. Any closing notes before we get up out of here, dog?
No, but I have something pretty sick to show the chat. I just got my Tekken 7 deluxe vinyls in today, so expect some pictures of that. No, it's pretty nuts. Like, I've been waiting for this for like 3-4 months now, but it finally got here, so it's gonna be nice. Video version.
Wotaku channel on YouTube. WOTAKU channel.
I'm thinking about starting up a TikTok, so whenever I start up a TikTok for my vinyls, I will let you guys know. Hopefully, copyright doesn't clap me, but you know.
Yeah, listen, we'll figure it out. They're still working on the kinks on that shit. But yeah, man, this is dope as hell. My closing notes is gaming's ruined. I believe everything Sway said. Gaming has completely ruined. You know, it's done. It's dead. You guys should be probably you know what I'm saying, going outside. You know what I'm saying, running 100 miles, do 100 push-ups, do 100 squats, come back inside, drink water, and complain that people are too good on the game. Just because gaming's ruined, you know, is what it is. But now, seriously though, appreciate all y'all for listening. And this is episode 40. I don't even know if I said it at the beginning of the pod, but this is 40 episodes, bro. We're almost to 50. Yeah. Like 12 more episodes, and that's a full year. That's kind of disgusting when you think about it. That's wild. We might have to get a move on, start getting some guests up here, something like that, bro. But listen, man, we just want to say again, we appreciate all y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you're watching this, you know, live in the video version, you're listening to it some point during your workout or whatever like that, keep running. If you want to treadmill right now, keep running. But thank y'all so much. Of course, you can check us out at No Cooldown Pod on Twitter. You can check out all of Wen's content at Wotaku channel on YouTube. That's WOTAKU channel on YouTube, and Wen Easy on all other platforms. Also, Wen Watches on TikTok as well. He does some reaction stuff on there from time to time. You want to check that out as well.
I gotta make a link tree for everything.
I know, bro. I know the link tree is gonna be so disgusting. I had to, we got to do a growth link tree, and that one's gonna be egregious.
Yeah,
but that's a whole other topic in and of itself. But that man Tripp on all platforms, at full-time Tripp for the sports channel. Gonna see some content coming from me next week because FIFA's dropping, and I will be doing some stuff there. It's gonna be a fun time, of course, and football's back, of course. So, you know, catch some sports stuff from me. I'm about to say No Cooldown pod rated 5 stars. Just search up No Cooldown any podcast platform, specifically Spotify and Apple Podcasts. The boosters and the algorithm rated 5 stars on that. We're also on Stitcher. We're also on Anchor. We're also on Google Podcasts. So check us there. Make sure you check out at All for Growth on Twitter for all the group content with us and the rest of the lads. And yeah, it's been a real dope time, man. 40 episodes deep. We got a long way to go, man. But we really We really about to talk that talk, bro. We about to be up here, man. That's all we got for this week, but no cooldown is gone. And we're good. We are good. That was a good episode this week. Damn.
No, it was a very solid episode.
That was a good. Holy shit, I ain't gonna lie. I felt that, bro. I felt that right there. Yeah, nah. After I'm done writing these scripts this weekend, I'm gonna grab some of those clips, bro. Because we was talking hella spicy.
No, facts. I might stream tomorrow. I gotta figure out if I want to or not. There's so many ideas I want to do, and tomorrow I have time to do it in the morning. But I'm like, damn, do I want to do it tomorrow or not?
Yeah, and I hear you. If I might, well, I know for me tonight, I'm writing out some of the scripts I had for next phase of ideas and shit. People are playing Gundam, I'm around. I will say that. I will probably be streaming Gundam in the morning if you're around in the morning. I'll be up in the morning. I ain't got nothing else to do. No footballs on or anything like that. So I'm gonna definitely be up.
I'll probably ping you. It's funny because we're still live and we're over here like making plans. What's up, y'all? But
hey, what's good?
Y'all might get a Gundam
come
stream.
Through the stream tomorrow. Yeah. Make sure y'all come through then.
Yeah, I'll be playing. I want to say I'll probably be getting off at like noon. So before that, cool. I'll be streaming Gundam at some point. There's just so much shit to do.
Yeah, more than likely I'll be up by like 9:30. So bet.
For sure. But thank you guys for coming in and kicking it with us. As you heard, there will be a stream tomorrow, so I'll catch you guys there. If you're not already subbed up or followed up, make sure you sub up and follow up. I appreciate you guys for kicking it with us. We'll see you guys possibly tomorrow. I gotta go listen to this Tekken vinyl. So I'll catch you guys next time. Wotaku out.